Three-point basket by Sierra Southern. By Sydney Tucker. Passed by Layton Connor. Assist to Graham. Three-point basket by Sydney Tucker. Foul call on number 34, Destiny Knight, her first, team Spurs. Lakin Conner to shoot two. By Sydney Tucker. Basket by Addie Gardner. Number 12, Sydney Tucker, her first, team second. Lauren Landis to shoot two for the Lady Ravens. Number 40, Lakin Conner, her first. Destiny Knight to shoot two for the Lady Eagles. into the Lady Eagles, number 44, Gabby Carmack. Ball number 10, Addie Gardner, her first, team's third. Allie Hall will shoot 2 for the Frankton Ladies. Checking in for the Lady Raiders, number 31, Aubrey Wiggins. Ball number 31, Aubrey Wiggins, her first, team's first.
Hands up, hands up!
Ball number 12, Sydney Tucker, her second, team's fourth. Davis will shoot 2. Checking back in for the Lady Eagles, number 34, Destiny Knight. Basket by Destiny Knight. Basket by Destiny Knight. We have a partial timeout called by the Lady Eagles. Destiny Knight. Checking in for the Lady Radiants, number 24, Leonie Wilson.
That's awful!
Now, number 44, Gabby Carmack, her first, team's fifth. Graham to shoot 2 for the Lady Radiants. By Lauren Landis.
Game inbounding the ball for. Pass out to Sierra Southern.
Pendleton Heights look to up their defense with Leonie Wilson at the top. They're trying to get some steals and get back into this game.
Leonie Wilson, a great athlete and an even better defender, as Callie Davis gets a deflection for the Arabians, and that leads to an easy 3. Actually, a good look 3 for the Eagles, as there's a turnover as Callie Davis gets a quick transition bucket.
It looks like now every time the ball goes into the post for Destiny Knight, they're going to be doubling, as she's gotten in double figures already.
And that is a smart move for the Arabians. Again, Aubrey Dwiggins not going in for the rebound, but Destiny Knight is called for a loose ball foul. The Arabians basketball, that is the 6th foul on the Eagles. So the Arabians are now in the bonus. On the next foul, they will be shooting 1-1.
I think that the Arabians have done well by only getting 2 fouls. So their defense is being aggressive but not fouling.
Great call as Kaylin Griffith's ball over to Kyle Davis for a quick 3 in transition. It is no good. Score 19-22. Eagles lead as Sydney Tucker brings the ball up herself. Coast to coast. Swings over to Addie Gardner for a quick layup on the baseline jumper. That was a good spin turnaround jumper. As Leonie Wilson now brings the ball up for the Arabians. Swings over to Callie Davis. Nobody on her. She takes it into the teeth of the D. She's over to Leonie Wilson, or rather Lauren Landis.
on this press that the Frankton Eagles are running, they don't really have many people down court, so the Arabians are figuring out by just passing it down and getting layups and threes.
That goes now Lauren Landis. Swings over to Kai Davis. Kai Davis swings over to Lauren Landis again on the corner. Lauren Landis shoots a three. It is no good. Lauren Wilson goes in for a rebound, tries to save the ball from going out of bounds. However, that was a failed attempt. That will be Frankton Eagles basketball. Again, scored 19-24. Frankton leads. 6 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
I think a big reason the Frankton's up right now is Pendleton has not hit their free throws, and Frankton only has 2 turnovers, which is very good for high school basketball after a quarter.
They just pulled out Kylie Davis and brought back Allie Hall. They're both very aggressive at the top of the key, getting many steals tonight.
Exactly, as there was a quick bucket there for Sydney Tucker of the Eagles. Again, just improving on her more efficient night tonight. As Lindsay Wilson has the ball for the Arabians. Lindsay Wilson takes it into the D. Tries to shoot a floater. It is no good, but she gets the rebound and throws it up. It is blocked. With now the rebound, Destiny Knight brings the ball up, and it is almost a steal by Lauren Landis. And she tried to go for the ball, and it went out of bounds. That will be Frankton Eagles basketball.
Lauren Landis is struggling a little bit to shoot tonight, but she is doing so much on the court out there. She seems to be hustling after every play. Pendleton needs to keep up this effort and follow their senior leader if they want to get back in this game.
Lauren Landis, as he was saying, the senior leader for the Arabians, as seemed to be a loose ball foul called on number 31, Aubrey Dwiggins.
Yeah, she kind of just fell down there and their feet got tangled, so that's not the best of calls. But it's only 3 fouls for the Arabians, so they're just doing well and not fouling.
That is Aubrey Dwiggins' second foul, so she will be brought out, and Logan Connor coming back in for the Arabians. Again, Addie Gardner now as the ball comes over to Sierra Southern. Sierra Southern shoots up a shot. It is no good. Tried to bank that one in. Leonie Wilson gets the board. There's a crossover on our defender. Gets right by. That was a good move. Just a Euro step and chucks up a layup. It is no good. Again, the rebound by number 22, Sierra Southern. Southern swings the ball over to number 10, Addie Gardner. Addie Gardner back to number 44. That was Gabby Carmack, and she was blocked by, I believe that was Lakin Connor.
Yeah.
On offense, Leonie Wilson is forcing it a little bit. She's had Kaylin Graham in the corner twice. She needs to look out. Get some Kaylin Graham some shots.
There's now Frankton has the ball, and there's a quick three-point attempt by Sydney Tucker. It is no good. That might be her first miss of the night, actually.
Yeah, I think it is. And, yeah, the Arabians are getting very open in the corners. They're just not hitting their shots, or they're just not finding the open man or woman.
If your first miss, it comes with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter, you are doing something right. As Allie Hall's the ball for the Arabians, moves over to Leonie Wilson on the left wing. Kaylin Graham now has the ball in between the wing and the corner. Leonie up at the top of the key. Dribbling through her defender, taking her good sweet time, making sure they get a good clean look as Lauren Landis has the ball. Screen by Lincoln Connor, refusal by Lauren Landis. She drives baseline. There's a deflection by the Frankton Eagles' Gabby Carmack. That'll be Arabians basketball. The ball went out of bounds, and Kylie Davis is now being checked in for Kaylin Graham. Rather, Leonie Wilson.
I think the score right now is 19-26. The Arabians are losing, and it was due to the early start by Sydney Tucker. She went 4 for 4 right at the beginning of the game.
As the Arabians just threw the ball away, as that was an over and back call. The ball was thrown past the half-court line, and Kylie Davis had to retrieve it.
A very careless turnover there by Pendleton. They don't need those. I know Coach Cook doesn't like those right now, but Pendleton they haven't been playing their best, but they're still in this game.
That possession was kind of wasted as they took probably about 30 seconds off the clock just to do a silly turnover like that.
I mean, a big problem for the Arabians last night was turnovers against Greenfield Central. I don't exactly have the stats for me right now. I know Trent used to, but again, there's several turnovers by both teams last night. As Destiny Knight gets a quick inbound pass, puts up a shot, and is fouled.
Actually, last night, Pendleton had 18 turnovers. 12 of those came in the first half. They need to clean that up for this season.
Exactly. No coach loves turnovers at all. Probably every coach's least favorite thing. As Destiny Knight sinks the first ever 2 free throws to widen the Arabians' deficit to 27-19.
I think this is a little low scoring for the Frankton Eagles as they're averaging about 70 points a game. So that shows that the Arabians are playing some good defense and getting many steals.
Again, score 28-19. Frankton Eagles leads. Kaylin Graham brings the ball up for the Arabians. Pass up to Lauren Lennon. Lauren swings ball over to Kylie Davis. It's an open three-point shot. It is no good. Lincoln Connor gets the rebound. Kaylin Graham gets the ball now. It's an easy layup. The Ravens are now down by just 7 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And now Sierra Slade has the ball, trying to do a series of dribble moves on her defender. That is Allie Hall. She's a pull-up 2 instead. Lincoln Connor with the rebound because that barely hit the backboard there. Allie Hall now gets out of the pass, brings the ball up herself. Brings it over to Lauren Landis. Lauren's hesitating, almost took a 3, but instead tries to Euro step on her defender. And there's a foul call. That will be on the floor. That is a blocking foul. The Arabians now shooting 1-1 because they're in the bonus. For those of you that do not know, 1-1 is where if you make the first free throw, you will shoot the second one. But if you miss your first free throw, you do not get a second attempt.
That's Sierra Southern's first foul, and she's been playing a lot, and she's been very aggressive. So I think the Arabians might try to attack her more and get more fouls.
Yeah, now Lauren Landis up, and her free throw is good. She will shoot the second one. Score now 22-28. Arabians are down to the Eagles with 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, I think the Lady Arabians need to keep attacking as they are in the bonus with 4 minutes left. I would keep getting to Lauren Landis and have her attacking as she's 3 for 3 from the line tonight.
Exactly, as Lauren Landis makes her second one. That one off the rim, off the backboard, and in. Again, now only down by 5 as Allie Hall starts to D up Sydney Tucker. And Sydney Tucker is called for a carrying violation. That will be Arabians basketball.
I think she got called for a carry there because Allie Hall was trying to draw a charge, so she was trying to get out of the way.
Exactly. That's what a good in and out should come in handy there. As now Allie Hall dribbling the ball up herself. Again, taking her sweet time, letting the play develop as now Callie Davis has the ball. Screened by Lincoln Connor. Dribbles into the middle. Now Lauren Lance has the ball in the left wing. Screened by Kaylin Graham. They seem to be running a motion offense. As Lauren Landis dribbles into the defense and gets an easy layup. It's a good basket. Now Ravens down by only 3 to score 25-28. Eagles lead. 3.5 minutes left to go in the first as Sydney Tucker gets a quick transition bucket. Dribbled right through the Arabians defense to bring the Arabians deficit down to 5. Kaylin Graham gets a good open 3 in transition. It is no good. All these quick shots by the Arabians and the Frankton Eagles are not leading to great basketball so far.
If I were Pendleton, I would keep getting it to the senior captain, Lauren Landis, as she seems to be making her free throws and doing a good job at driving the basket.
How many points does she have tonight? I mean, she seems to have a hot hand.
Lauren Landis has 6 points tonight. That was actually her first field goal, but she is still, with her experience, getting a lot of deflections and steals.
Lauren Landis just got a good hustle play. She jumped in front of the ball and got a deflection, almost got a steal. Dove on the ground, got the ball over to Callie Davis. Callie Davis went over to Allie Hall for a good...
Lauren Landis looks a little hurt, and she was just on the ground just skidding, and it looks like she might be roughed up a little.
Exactly. Yeah, she looks to be a little bit injured. She lost her headband. She was playing with the headband in her hand. Like, that just looks kind of unorthodox. She's dribbling the ball, and a timeout will be called by the Arabians head coach Chad Cook.
I think that was a smart timeout to get their senior guard off the court so that she can rest up a little so that she doesn't have a lasting injury.
Exactly, and now from all the confusion, they can all just get everything set up, play a good play. As again, we will be back. You're listening to the voice of the Arabians here at 91.7 WEM.
WEEM is underwritten by Modern Trailer Sales. Modern Trailer Sales is located at 2730 West 53rd Street in Anderson. Modern Trailer offers pop-up trailers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, and is Indiana's exclusive provider of the RV warranty forever. More information is available by phone at 765-644-4497 or online at moderntrailer.com.
Again, welcome back, everyone, to Lady Arabians basketball. We're just coming off of the timeout. Score now 25-30 in favor of the Frankton Eagles.
This has just been a back-and-forth game, as no one's really been able to get a very good start since the Frankton Eagles started very hot.
As a quick bucket goes for Callie Davis, and she is no good, rather, for a 3. Yeah, just off the front of the rim, Sydney Tucker swings the ball over to Destiny Knight. Destiny Knight shoots a layup, and looks like they called a foul off the ball. That was a charge. The ref could not make up her mind as to what call that was.
That was a very, very momentum changer right there as the ref took about 5 seconds to make that charge call. Once again, a great play by Lauren Landis, the senior captain, taking that charge.
That was a great play. They had to pass the ball, and it was kind of an off-ball play, but she had a heads-up awareness.
Again, sacrificing your body for the team is about one of the most unselfish things you can do as a player.
On top of that, that is Sydney Tucker's third foul. That is huge for Pendleton Heights, and that is also huge in a negative way for the Frankton Eagles.
And that is good. Again, momentum was already in favor of the Arabians, and that probably shifted it more in their favor.
So that's her third foul. I think the Frankton Eagles be relying more on Destiny Knight, as she's already been, as the Arabians are now doubling her in the post. Every time she gets the ball, they'll just be feeding her the ball.
Again, always a good strategy is to get the star players in foul trouble. As right now, Sierra Southern has the ball for the Eagles. She just tries to do a double crossover on the Kylie Davis of the Arabians, but Kylie Davis is called for a reach-in foul.
So first on Kylie Davis right there. There's 5 fouls for Pendleton now. Pendleton is also in the bonus. There's 8 fouls for Frankton.
I think that's good that that's Kylie Davis's first foul, because she has been very aggressive, getting many steals tonight.
As Addie Gardner tries to get a quick bucket for the Eagles, but Lakin Connor gets the rebound off the air balls. Kylie Davis now has the ball for the Arabians at the three-point line, dribbles into the T to the D, and there's a blocking foul called on the Eagles. That is their 9th. Arabians will be shooting 1-1 again.
It's a good take there by Kylie Davis. Keep being aggressive while they're in the bonus.
Again, one more foul, and they will be in the double bonus. That will be 2 automatic free throws.
I think that the Arabians might start trying to push on Destiny Knight, as she's the only other star player that the Frankton Eagles have right now, as their guard has 3 fouls.
Yeah, 3 fouls in the first half. It's not good. If you can see them try and get 4 in the second, that could be an even bigger momentum changer. As right now, Kylie Davis just made the first of her 2 free throws. Second one is up, and it is good. 2 for 2 right now. Score 27-30. Arabians are down to the Eagles with 1 minute and 36 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. And now timeout called by the Eagles. This is a good time to read off a list of donors for the Arabians. Keeping on, we have Closet Concepts, Ryan Ledbetter, attorney at law, Dan Pearson, Ed Martin Sales, and my mother, the general dentist, Dr. Mary Beth Sheehan. Again, right now, both teams playing actually very well. Again, right now, the Eagles have been averaging 71 points per game. Right now, they're being held to 30, and that's almost halftime. So probably just under average, maybe about 5 or 6 points for the first half.
I think it's good that Sydney Tucker's been off the court for a while, and their scoring has just gone down a while, because she's just the main focal point of their offense, averaging about 20 points a game.
Sydney Tucker, again, committed to Evansville University for girls basketball. One of the more efficient scorers in probably all of Madison County.
Yeah, I have to agree with that, David. She's a huge key for Frankton. And right now, Pendleton is chipping away at that lead. They're only down by 3. And right now, they're going to keep attacking the basket. I believe Chad Cook is going to make them attack the basket. But also, if Kaylin Graham's wide open for 3, I would keep beating her, as she's 2 for 4 from the three-point line tonight.
Then Trenton, sometimes I just want to see you like one-on-one some of these girls, because they are just showing out.
Yeah, we have some unbelievable shooters in Pendleton, I'll tell you that.
I think that they might be giving the ball to Lauren Landis and have her drive, because if she gets fouled, then she's a great three-point shooter, or free throw shooter, but she can also kick the ball out to Graham, because she's deadlocked from 3.
Oh, we're talking there. Bailey Tucker got a quick corner 3. Allie Hall now bringing the ball up. She is met by 2 defenders trying to break the press. Swings over to Lauren Landis. Now past half court line, and there is a reach-in foul called on Elia Rassiter of, I believe that is Frankton. They will be shooting 2. Lauren Landis will.
I couldn't tell if Lauren was trying to pass the ball off her foot to get a kickball violation, or trying to pass the ball to a teammate.
It appeared to be trying to pass the ball off of foot, because that's always a good strategy when you can't do anything else. Just pass it off their foot, get kickball, or out of bounds. Lauren Landis shoots her first free throw. It is up, and it is good. Then score now 28-33. Frankton Eagles lead with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go in the second quarter of play. Second free throw is now up, and it is good. Nothing but net there for Lauren Landis. She goes 2 for 2 from the line. I believe she has 4 for 4 on the game.
She's actually 6 for 6, which is very impressive.
Good shot as now number 30, Bailey Tucker shot another corner 3 in the same spot that she connected last time, and it was no good.
I think that's all that Coach Cook will be saying, is just give the ball to Lauren Landis and let her get fouled, as she has not missed from the free throw today.
Allie Hall bringing the ball up for the Ravens, breaking the press by herself. Being defended by Sierra Souther. Swings all over to Kylie Davis. Kylie Davis trying to do a series of moves on our defenders. A crossover. He gives a pass to Kaylin Graham in the paint. Kaylin Graham to Lauren Lambs for an open three. It is good.
Lauren Lambs just swished that three. That's very good for her. She's now 1 for 4. She struggled a little bit, but now she looks to see him getting confidence back.
The injury right now is great. Lauren Lambs gets a good block for the Ravens. Lead by Lakin Connor gets the block, and Lauren Lambs gets a good rebound. Coast to coast. Lauren Lambs for an easy layup. The Franklin defenders did not know where they were going as the Arabians now have the lead for the first time in the game.
If you can't hear the crowd behind us, the Arabians are now at the lead.
As now Destiny Knight just got a quick pull up. What?
The Arabians just tried to pass the ball in, and Allie Hall was not looking, so that the Frankton Eagles got the ball and then got fouled. Now they have to go to the line.
I was very confused there because for a second I turned my head to look at fellow broadcaster Ian Bailey. I turned back and I just see him at the foul line already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that Destiny Knight has not been super aggressive on defense right now, trying to stay out of fouls so that she can be the main focal point of their offense.
Now Sierra Southern shoots a free throw, and it is no good. Score 34-35. Frankton Eagles lead with 12.4 seconds left to go in the second quarter of play.
This crowd has been really loud tonight. We got another great atmosphere following from last night.
Southern, this is the second free throw. Kylie Davis gets the rebound. Tries to coast, passes to Lakin Connor, but there's a tip by Destiny Knight. Now it's out of bounds. Penalty Arabians ball.
So they have 6 seconds and they're down 1, so I don't think they're going for a 3. I think they just want a bucket just so they can have the lead going into half.
Arabians lead. Kylie Davis has the ball, shoots a quick 3. It is an air ball. Rebound by Sierra Southern to the Eagles. And then she dribbles out the clock. Again, your halftime. Frankton Eagles are leading 35-34. Allie Hall now has the ball for the Arabians. Bringing the ball up herself, met by Sierra Southern as she swings the ball over to Kaylin Graham at the right wing. Graham over to Lakin Connor on the left elbow. Swings over to Lauren Lambs. Almost shot a quick 3 there, but instead tries to pull out to Kylie Davis. Kylie Davis being met in the corner to Kaylin Graham for a good wing 3. It is in and out.
So Frankton has their star senior playing off ball so that she will not get fouls because she's at 3 fouls right now with their leading scorer.
Exactly, Sydney Tucker. Right now, Destiny Knight has the ball in the right elbow. And Sydney Tucker now has the ball, bringing the ball up in the top of the key. There's a spin move on our defender, Kylie Davis. Shoots a quick pull-up, and it is good. That was a great move to get this almost stop Kylie Davis in her tracks and shoot a good pull-up.
It's good to see Kylie Davis be aggressive, but there's a time when she's a little bit too aggressive. But it's good to see the freshman out there competing.
I think Kylie Davis has the ball on top of the key. Shoots a 3-pointer, and it is no good. Allie Hall gets the board. She's over to Lauren Landis. Lauren Landis drives the ball into the teeth of the D. It is in and out for a layup. Then Arabians now down by 3 with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Sierra Southern has the ball. Met by Kylie Davis. Swings over to number 24. I think that's Alea Rassiter.
If I were Frankton, I would keep feeding Sydney Tucker as she has 13 points tonight. Although she was in foul trouble and sat out most of the first half, she's still been playing very well.
Good call right there. As right now, Destiny Knight has the ball and swings over, and she almost... Yeah, Lauren Landis trying to take another charge on Destiny Knight. Again, that would have been her second charge. And I saw there was a no call there, and there was a quick bucket for Frankton. But Allie Davis is just now getting trapped at the half-court line and threw the ball off the defender's legs to be the Arabians' ball.
So Lakin Connor is starting this half instead of Aubrey Dwiggins, but neither of them have been able to shut down Destiny Knight tonight.
Again, yes, Destiny Knight has just been eating up all of our big men, or big women, as we should say, because this is girls basketball. But now Lauren Landis tried to get the ball in the post, and there is a foul call.
That is Sydney Tucker's 4th foul. That is huge for the Frankton Eagles. She's going to be subbed out and probably sit the rest of this third quarter. This is a good time for Pendleton to take over this game as Frankton's star player is now sitting out.
Again, I don't think people realize how important that is because one more foul for Sydney Tucker in the entire game, and she is out. As now Allie Hall does a quick pull-up 3. She almost got by her defender for a good 3, but it was just in and out.
Destiny Allen once again controlling the boards.
Again, now Sierra Southern takes the ball up. Met by Kylie Davis. Swings over to Rassiter. Rassiter to Gardner. Gardner back to Rassiter. Met by Kylie Davis, and she throws the ball out of bounds. That would be Arabians basketball.
That's just a miscommunication there as number 44 was cutting, but Rassiter thought she'd stay in the corner.
Again, score 34-39. Frankton lead with 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter of play. And Kylie Davis now breaking the press. Swings over to Allie Hall. Allie Hall with a good ball fake. Allie Hall to Kylie Davis. Kylie Davis taken into the D, and she is blocked by Southern, but Lauren Lynch gets the rebound for the three. It was no good. However, Destiny Knight gets the board.
Destiny Knight now has a double-double.
Sierra Southern now taking the ball, and that is actually a very key important shot. We will come back to that. As Destiny Knight has the ball top of the elbow. She's met by Kylie Davis, and Kylie Davis is called for a blocking foul. That is technically a foul, but there was still very little contact here. The refs have just been very questionable for both sides tonight, for both teams. Again, there's that one charge called. Took them about 5 seconds to call, and just several little miscommunications by the referees have just kind of led me to wonder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now number 24, Rassler has the ball in the corner. Taking the passes over to Southern for a three. It is no good. Off the side of the rim, Kaylin Graham gets the board. Takes it up herself. Passes over to Allie Hall, the right wing. Allie Hall to Lauren Landis. Landis at the top of the key. Lauren Landis swings over to Kaylin Graham. Kaylin Graham doing a passer defender. Pulls out. Now hands off to Kylie Davis. Kylie Davis running down this top of the key. Kaylin Graham now has the ball at the free throw line. Dribbles into the defender and throws the ball. It is off. It's out of bounds off of Destiny Knight of the Eagles.
I think that the Arabians will now start to drive at Destiny Knight, try to put her in foul trouble so that the Frankton Eagles will not have a star player out there.
There's two star players of Destiny Knight and Sydney Tucker. Tucker in foul trouble as Kaylin Graham shoots a quick pull-up three, and it is no good. Again, Addie Gardner has the ball for the Eagles as she takes up a quick layup, and there's a block by Kaylin Graham. But however, there's an offensive rebound by number 44, Gabby Carmack, and she gets a quick, easy layup. Score 34-41. Frankton Eagles lead. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Allie Hall now has the ball. Swings over to Lauren Landis in the corner. There's a loose ball, however. Both teams seem to die for it, and that will end up being Arabian's ball.
Aubrey Dwiggins is coming in right now instead of Lincoln Connor, which will be interesting as Lincoln just did better the second half trying to lock down Destiny Knight.
Again, in case you could not hear my fellow broadcaster Ian Bailey, Aubrey Dwiggins came in for Lincoln Connor as now Kaylin Graham has the ball off the inbound the right wing, and she took the ball in, and there seems to be a foul called on the floor. That is the Eagles' second foul. They are still 4 fouls away until they are in the bonus. Lauren Landis right now taking the ball out for the Arabians. Swings over to Kylie Davis. Kylie Davis now has the ball at the top of the key. Taking some good time off the clock, making sure a play develops. And she does a handoff to Lauren Landis. Lauren Landis back into the elbow. Swings over to Allie Hall on the right wing. Allie Hall to Landis for a quick three, and it is no good. The Arabian Super percentage tonight has not been the best. They are living and dying with the three-point line.
Frankton's offense is a little dysfunctional tonight as they have to run through their center instead of their point guard.
And yeah, big men are at the mercy of their guards, or rather post players are at the mercy of their guards. As we're talking, number 24, Alea Rassiter got a quick three for the Eagles. And Kaylin Grimm now has the ball. Swings over to Allie Hall, trying to break the press by herself. Score 34-44 in favor of the Frankton Eagles.
Frankton Eagles are on a 9-0 run to start this third quarter. Pendleton needs to step it up if they want to keep this game alive.
Sadly not good for the Arabians right now as Kylie Davis swings over to Lauren Landis. Top of the key. Landis dribbles, penetration to the right, gets a good, quick, easy layup, gets right by her defender, actually. That is the Arabians' first bucket in the second half, and it comes 2 minutes and 40 seconds into the third quarter.
I think the Arabians need to be giving the ball to Lauren Landis more. She's their senior leader, and she'll give them a spark plug and get the crowd getting this.
Now number 22, Sierra Southern took the ball in, and she shot an air ball. That will be Arabians basketball. Again, she tried to shoot almost a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook. That just went right out of bounds off the backboard. And now Lauren Lansing taking the ball out for the Arabians.
Once again, Chad Cook brings in Leonie Wilson trying to get that spark plug going after Frankton is on a 9-2 run to start this third quarter.
And now Kylie Davis has the ball. Swings over to Leonie Wilson, breaking the press. Almost gets by her defender. Rather, there is now a kickball violation, or the ball went off their foot, but they decided to call it out of bounds anyways on Frankton. It does not matter because Pendleton Heights will still retain possession. Score of 36-44, Frankton Eagles. Kaylin Graham has the ball, tries to do a good post on our defender, brings it into the block, and she is called. There's an and one. The foul is on number 10, Addie Gardner.
She's got a lucky bounce there as it was just hanging on that rim and then fell right in.
And Kaylin Graham now shooting the and one free throw. Again, down by 6, score 38-44. Frankton lead on the Pendleton Family Dentistry scoreboard.
Kaylin Graham and Lauren Landis seem to be taking the control of this team right now. Both are leading scorers.
Kaylin Graham now just not converted on her free throw. As Frankton seems to be having trouble as to who can take the ball out. And there's a timeout called for the Frankton Eagles. Then head coach of the Eagles obviously not happy with that, having to waste a timeout because they could not get the ball in.
I think that's smart that they're running the ball through their guards as Destiny Knight is just locking it down in the paint. They need to shoot more threes.
And now's a good time to go through a list of donors for this quarter. We have Mr. Steve Cherry, Jane Clark and family, Dan Teresa Joyce, and Donna and Bill Hutton. Again, Trent, you know Mr. Steve Cherry very well. Again, there is almost nothing but positivity, or rather not almost, there is nothing but positivity coming from that man.
Yeah, if you ever look at the baseline by the home team's bench at our Pendleton Heights games, you'll always see Steve Cherry there, the most happy elderly man I've ever met. He's such a good guy. He has been around here forever, and I mean forever, since the beginning of Pendleton Heights. And he is the biggest fan, and he is always contributing to all of Pendleton Heights athletics.
And a funny story about Mr. Steve Cherry. When I was about 4 or 5 years old, my sister played high school soccer, and he would always ride around in his little golf cart. And one day I was just joking around, and I'm like, hey, take me with you. I want to go for a ride in the golf cart. And he was like, oh, okay. So I'm 5. I don't expect to actually get a ride in the golf cart. And I jump on top of him in the cart, and I think that probably caused some internal damage for him because I was a pretty heavy kid.
Well, David, that was a cool story.
Yeah, that is a cool story. I thought I would, share my thoughts on that. Got a problem with that?
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, good. As Destiny Knight now has the ball for the Frankton Eagles. She's bringing it up, met by Callie Davis at the half court. She swings over to number 10, Addie Gardner. Addie Gardner back into the poster, number 44, Gabby Carmack, and there's a foul called on the Arabians.
I think that's very interesting that they had their 6'1" bring up their 6-footer bring up the ball instead of a guard.
Yeah. Having a big man bring up the ball is always interesting, but it seemed to work out well for the Eagles as they got a foul out of it. Shooting 2 free throws is Gabby Carmack, a forward for the Eagles. First shot is up, and it is no good. Score 39-44. Frankton Eagles are winning.
Now Jaden Brown comes in to see some of her first minutes tonight. Maybe she could be a spark plug for this Pendleton Knights Arabians. They are down by 5.
Again, right now, Gabby Carmack kicks the free throw. It is up, and it is no good again. 0 for 2 on that trip. Aubrey Driggins pulls in the rebound, swings over to Lauren Lannis for the outlet pass. Lauren Lannis over to Jaden Brown for a 3. It is no good. Remember by Sierra Sutter taking the ball up by herself. Those pass Leonie Wilson. Swings over to Addie Gardner. Addie Gardner, Destiny Knight. Destiny Knight out the top of the key, holding the ball. Over to Sierra Southern, shoots a 3. It is no good. But there's a rebound by Rassiter, and she puts up a 3, and it was good.
I think bringing in Jaden Brown will bring a little 3-point threat, as she may take away from defense from Kylie Davis, but she can knock down a 3.
Leonie Wilson now bringing the ball up for the Arabians. She gets a good entry pass to Aubrey Dwiggins. Aubrey Dwiggins with a quick, easy bucket. Arabians now narrow the gap down to only 6 points. Score 41-47. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. As there's a questionable foul called on Leonie Wilson there, and that would have led to a quick transition bucket for Jaden Brown.
That was a questionable foul, but it's good to see Leonie Wilson stay up and be aggressive. Pendleton doesn't have much fouls, so they need to start staying up and being aggressive to get this 6-point lead down.
Yeah, Leonie Wilson, a great all-around player, a good athlete, playmaker, and ball handler, as well as defender to add to that list. She's a brick wall, again, just defending Sierra Southern as, however, Sierra Southern gets a good crossover and dribble penetration, shoots the ball up to a 3. It is no good. Now, Abby Gardner shoots the ball, shoots a pull-up from the free throw line. It is no good. Now, Leonie Wilson gets the rebound, and there's a turnover. She seemed to have tripped on someone's leg, and Destiny Knight gets the steal and brings it in.
Frankton looks to be rushing their offense, which Pendleton Heights could capitalize on.
There's a lot of confusion on that previous play, a lot of turnovers, and a lot of contact from both teams.
That is now the 3rd on Aubrey Dwiggins, a huge, big threat for Pendleton, as Pendleton is quite the small team. Aubrey Dwiggins is 5'11".
Again, Aubrey Dwiggins, one of the two main post players for the Arabians. There's Aubrey Dwiggins and there's Lakin Connor. As Destiny Knight now shooting her second free throw. She made her first, and the second one is now good as well. Score 41-49. Arabians are down to the Eagles with 1:25 left to go in the third quarter. Jaden Brown has the ball, dribbles through the defense. He's over to Lord Menace for a good three. It's a good look, however, it is an air ball. And there's a ball tipped by a Frankton defender, so therefore it will be Pendleton Heights High School basketball.
I think they need to sub out Aubrey Dwiggins right now so that they can save her for late game so that she doesn't get more fouls.
That is what I would believe too. However, they still have Lakin Connor on the bench who they can always use in the late game. Right now, Lauren Landis swings over to Leonie Wilson. Leonie Wilson now making almost a mincemeat of her defender. She dribbles past her and swings over to Kylie Davis. Kylie Davis dribbled the ball in. There's a foul called on Frankton's number 44, Gabby Carmack. Or rather, that is Addie Gardner.
That's her fourth foul tonight. So the Franktons are having some guard trouble right now as their two starters are in foul trouble.
And right now, Lauren Landis taking the ball out for the Arabians. Skips a pass over to Leonie Wilson on the right wing. Now at the top of the key is Leonie Wilson, taking her sweet time on her defender. Swings over to Lauren Landis, swung by Aubrey Dwiggins. Aubrey Dwiggins is almost tripped, and there's a pass thrown, and she seemed to fall down. And that was a turnover for the Arabians, and Destiny Knight got a quick position bucket.
Destiny Knight leading the way tonight with 18 points for Frankton Eagles. They look to keep feeding her to take over this game.
Right now, Leonie Wilson just got by her defender, almost by all the Frankton Eagles, as a matter of fact, and got a quick, easy layup. Score 43-51, Frankton Eagles lead. As right now, there's a steal by Kaylin Graham. However, there's now a jump ball call as both teams jumped on it, and I believe that would be Frankton ball.
If you're not here tonight, as you can hear from the crowd, this game is starting to get really, really intense, just going back and forth. Pendleton looks to cut back on this lead on their home court.
This has not been Pendleton's best quarter as they've only got 9 points with only 24 seconds left.
As Aubrey Dwiggins with the steal off the inbounds, and there's another jump ball called, so that will now be Arabians basketball. Good hustle play there by Aubrey Dwiggins. Aubrey Dwiggins right now playing center for the Arabians. Again, Kaylin Graham at power forward as well. The two post players. Rather, none of them really decide to play post because as they are both good shooters for the Arabians. As Kaylin Graham has the ball at the right wing. Goes in the defender for the middle. Goes for a layup and she is fouled. Misses the shot, however. She will be shooting two at the line. Score right now is 43-51 in favor of Frankton. With 11.8 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Kaylin Graham right now shoots her first shot, and it is good. Kaylin Graham, a very efficient free throw shooter, as well as just all-around shooter in general. Again, score now 44-51 in favor of the Eagles. And the second shot is up, and it is good.
It's now 13 points for Kaylin Graham. Her and Lauren Landis still need to be aggressive if Pendleton wants to come back in this game.
Arabians point gap narrowed down to just 6 now, as Gabby Carmack a quick shot for the Eagles. Lawrence has the ball. 2 seconds left. 1 second. Shoots a half-court shot. It is no good. Almost into one of the drum line of the Arabians. Basketball, I'm David Staley alongside Ian Bailey and Trent Miller. As I mentioned earlier, the greatest shooting guard in Pendleton Heights High School basketball history. As right now, number 30 for the Frankton Eagles, that is a Bailey Tucker. Swings the ball over to Sierra Southard. And there's a foul called on Leonie Wilson. That is a reach-in foul.
See, in the third quarter, the Arabians were down 10. Now the lead is only 6. Let's see if the Arabians can bring this back to a closer game before it gets too late.
And also at halftime, they were only down by 1, and now the gap has been widened to just 6 points now.
That's Leonie Wilson's third. She's another key player. It looks like both teams are going to be in the bonus real soon.
Again, right now, Southern using the ball for their Eagles, however. As Rassiter kicks the ball out to number 30, that will be no good. Bailey Tucker just missed an open three-point. As Leonie Wilson gets the rebound, she rolls the ball up herself. Has a pull-out. Score 45-51 in favor of the Eagles. Kaylin Graham dribbles the ball inside, takes a quick layup, and it is good. Again, score 47-51. Arabians down by just 4 points with 7 minutes left to go in the game.
The Arabians started off in a half-court press, and now they've moved to a full court, and the Frankton Eagles have defeated it well.
There is a foul called on Lauren Landis. That was a shooting foul. Shooting 2 for the Eagles is Alea Rassiter. Again, in case you could not hear me say earlier, the score is 51-47. Frankton is winning with about 7 minutes left to go here in regulation.
That foul was actually on Kylie Davis. That is her fourth. She's subbed in by Allie Hall. That might hurt the Arabians as Kylie Davis has been very aggressive on defense tonight.
And right now the first free goes up and good, or no good, rather. Again, Alea Rassiter gets ready to shoot her second free throw. Up and good. Lead now 5 points for Frankton. Leonie Wilson has the ball. Trying to break the press is the Arabians as Allie Hall's the ball. Dribbles past Rassiter. Brings it over to Aubrey Dwiggins. Aubrey Dwiggins brings it in for a layup. It is good. Aubrey Dwiggins' 4th point on the night. As now Leonie Wilson is defending number 22, Sierra Southern. She does a series of moves and does a spin move past Leonie. Southern now just doing dual moves, and there is I believe that is a... You know what that was, Stuart?
That was a 5-second call as Leonie Wilson, if you cannot hear the crowd, got a 5-second call on Sierra Southern, who's quite the ball handler. I told you Leonie Wilson would be a spark plug, and she's proven it right now as Pendleton is only down by 3.
And she's being very aggressive right now as she has 3 fouls, but I like it.
Exactly. That looked like a reach-in foul, but then they called Arabian basketball as Kaylin Graham shot a quick 3, which was no good. And you get the Arabians down by just 3 points with 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Southern does the ball, swings over to number 44, Gabby Carmack. Steal by Leonie Wilson. Wilson gets the ball over to Lauren Landis for a quick position bucket. She goes up for a layup. It is good. Arabians down by just 1 point to go.
Leonie Wilson out here making a lot of plays. If you can't hear the crowd behind us, it's getting hype. Only down by 1 point.
Leonie Wilson, the spark plug, bringing a lot of energy to even us broadcasters right now. As Kaylin Graham gets a steal. Then Kaylin Graham, another steal for Pendleton. Frankton seeming to turn the ball over a lot. Kaylin taking the ball for herself. And I believe there's a blocking foul called on number 24, Alea Rassiter of the Eagles.
Pendleton's crowd seems to be getting back into it. Good thing Pendleton only has 1 turnover this half, which is very good for Pendleton. While Frankton has 4. This could be the change of the game right now.
Frankton's bringing in Sydney Tucker, who has 4 fouls, and that'll be very interesting how the Arabians will attack her.
Again, now Sydney Tucker coming. That can be a very, it can be a minute right now because she is their star player, and she has sat most of the game because she has been in foul trouble.
I think it was a smart move because she can score, and they need some scoring right now to stop this Arabian run.
Right now, Lauren Landis swings the ball to Leonie Wilson. Leonie Wilson grabs baseline, and she is called for a charging foul. That's her third. Yeah, that's her 4th. That is Leonie Wilson's 3rd foul, rather. As now Alea Rassiter will bring it out, or take it out for the Frankton Eagles. Now Sydney Tucker has the ball, bringing up herself. Does a good behind the back. Just left Leonie Wilson in her tracks and did a good dish to Destiny Knight. But there's a steal by Aubrey Dwiggins. Aubrey Dwiggins over. Leonie Wilson now has the ball in position. Leonie goes up for a layup. And one for the Arabians. You can hear the crowd getting hyped right now as the Arabians take another lead. This is only the Arabians' 2nd lead.
Leonie Wilson playing with 3 fouls right now. She's really bringing this Pendleton Heights Arabians with all of her energy. Both teams have 7 fouls. They're now in the bonus. This is going to be an interesting game down to the wire.
Again, I apologize if I talk very fast. I'm just purely excited right now for the Arabians as they are now winning 53-52. 5.5 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter of play. Leonie Wilson now shoots her shot. It is no good. However, the Arabians still have the lead. Defensive rebound by the Frankton Eagles, and now Sydney Tucker takes it up herself. And Tucker does it behind the back by Leonie Wilson. And again, another crossover, does a good dish over to Destiny Knight, and Destiny Knight gets a good layup. She just bodied Aubrey Dwiggins right there in the paint for a good, quick contact bucket. Aubrey Dwiggins comes over to Lauren Landis, and there's a deflection by Destiny Knight. That will be Arabians basketball.
Destiny Knight seems to be everywhere tonight. She has 20 points. 11 rebounds and is getting deflections left and right.
Leonie Wilson now has the ball at the top of the key for the Arabians. The Arabians seem to be running a few sets here as Allie Hall has the ball and Aubrey Dwiggins sets a screen. Swings over to Kaylin Graham for a good open 3. It is no good. There's an over-the-back foul called on the Eagles. That is Destiny Knight on over-the-back foul as Aubrey Dwiggins had a good box out. That is a good blocked out by Aubrey Wiggins, and she will now be shooting 2 free throws, or rather 1 and 1 for the Arabians.
This is key. If Pendleton can hit these free throws, it's really going to give them a good shot to get this game ahead.
Exactly, Trent, as number 22, Sierra Southard, is checked in for number 44, Gabby Carmack of the Eagles.
Yeah, Sydney Tucker with 4 fouls has been playing very soft on defense. She's not being very aggressive. I think the Arabians could get some shots off of that.
Aubrey Wiggins has just missed her free throw, but there's an offensive rebound, and Allie Hall gets a shot up, and Aubrey Wiggins gets another offensive rebound, and Aubrey Wiggins is fouled again. She was just drawing a lot of contact tonight.
That's now Destiny Knight's 4th foul and 2 in like 10 seconds.
Exactly.
Destiny Knight seems to be frustrated. I see her talking to the ref. She needs to be careful there, not getting a technical for Frankton.
They called a foul on Sierra Southard instead of Destiny Knight. Very confusing call as Aubrey Wiggins shoots a free throw, and it is good for the Arabians. That ties the game at 54 points each. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter of regulation. Now Aubrey Wiggins shoots a free throw. It is up, and it is no good. Rebound by the Eagles. Sydney Tucker bringing the ball up. Does a good pass fake, and she just pass fake. She had Leonie Wilson just stuffed. She like froze her almost, and she got an easy layup. Score 56-54 in favor of the Eagles. Leonie Wilson bringing the ball up right now. Taking her sweet time, she dribbles into the teeth of the D. Shoots a good layup. It is no good. Rebound by Destiny Knight. Again, the energy right now in this arena is crazy. If you cannot hear right now, Sierra Southern bringing the ball up. So the Eagles does a spin move on Leonie Wilson. Sydney Tucker has the ball. Shoots a good 3 in the eye of Kaylin Graham, and it is no good. Rebound Leonie Wilson taking the ball up.
I think she could have missed that because she's cold. She hasn't warmed up because she hasn't been playing due to fouls.
Exactly. Good call, Ian, as now Kaylin Graham has the ball. Dribbles past her defender, gets a good layup. It is no good.
On that play, Lauren had an amazing screen that was just a brick wall and made her defender fall.
Pendleton has now missed 2 layups in a row. They need to start getting these easy plays so they can stay in this game.
Screening is one stat that you do not actually keep track of, but it is very important. As Aubrey Wiggins gets a rebound and swings over to Lauren Landis. Lauren Landis now hesitating, waiting for the defense to get set up, as now Leonie Wilson shoots a quick corner 3, or rather wing 3. It is no good. It was a very unneeded possession. There's now a jump ball call as Destiny Knight got the rebound and Kaylin Graham went and grabbed it.
Kylie Davis now checking in for Leonie Wilson. As Leonie Wilson seems to be being a little bit too aggressive. She's been playing a very, very good game so far. As Kylie Davis seems to be a spark plug if she comes back into this game.
Again, right now, score 56-54 in favor of the Eagles. Kaylin Graham at the right wing with the ball. There's a series of between the legs moves on our defender. That was a good size up right there. Now Kylie Davis has the ball at the top of the key, almost by the logo.
So
now Allie Hall does a good layup, dribbles into their defender, and gets a good layup to tie up the score at 56 points each.
So Trent, you said that Kylie Davis could be a spark plug, but it'll be interesting how she plays with 4 fouls.
I say just play whatever your ability is. I do not say to let up because you always have subs. Now Alea Rassiter shoots a layup, and it is a bad air ball as there's a defensive rebound and Kaylin Graham has the ball. Kaylin Graham now dribbles between her defenders, breaking the press. Comes over to Allie Hall for a good open 3. It is no good, however. Rassiter gets the rebound. That was a great look. You cannot fault the Arabians for that, however.
That was a carry there as she just let the ball get too high.
Again, as now Alea Rassiter is called for a carry as she's dribbling the ball down the court.
The Arabians have not been trying to drive on Sydney Tucker with 4 fouls, their key senior leader, which is very interesting.
Again, I say to drive it in on Destiny Knight as Allie Hall tried to get a back cut open to Kylie Davis, and Sydney Tucker went for the ball and seemed to have ridden into Allie Hall. However, she seemed to go down for a second, but she is back up now and she is fine. Then that will be Frankton Eagles basketball. As there's a deflection there, and there's a lot of confusion.
That's a foul on Allie Hall. That's Allie Hall's first foul.
Another foul on Allie Hall. Thank you for the correction, Ian. Score tied up at 56 each. Number 12, Sydney Tucker will be shooting 1 and 1 at the line. This it goes up and it is good. The Eagles have the lead by 1 point with 2 minutes left to go in regulation. Sydney Tucker now has the ball at the free throw line. Shoots her free throw, and it is good.
Now 17 points for Sydney Tucker, even though she's only played about half of this game. The Evansville product looks really good out here.
Right now, 2-point lead for the Eagles. Allie Hall's the ball at the logo. Swings over to Kylie Davis. She goes in for a layup, shoots it. It is an air ball. Rebound, Destiny Knight. Destiny Knight has how many rebounds tonight, Phil? Do you know?
I believe that is 13 big rebounds by Destiny Knight. She seems to be a tank down there in the post.
Double-double, a great stat, especially for a high schooler. That is insane. Is now Sydney, Sydney Tucker actually has the ball top of the key, and there's a steal by Aubrey Wiggins. And again, there was a steal by Sydney Tucker off the steal. So seeing the two turnovers back to back. Eagles on lead by 4. So Aubrey Wiggins just a turnaround post fade almost. So Aubrey Wiggins now goes in for a rebound. And again, defensive rebound. There's.
If you can't hear right now, Frankton really seems to be getting into the game as Sydney Tucker, the star player, has been widening this lead for Frankton. Looks like we got a really good game here with 1 minute and 20 seconds left.
There has been a lot of confusion here in the past about minute or so. Getting several turnovers by both teams, several quick shots. And now is actually a good time to read our final list of donors for the game. We have Tim, Sydney, Jason, Don, Braxton, and McKenna Roofer, Jim and Marilyn Crosley, Stephen Ham Shug, Scott and Jill Keller, from the Pendleton Swim Club and PendletonSwimClub.org.
Yeah, see, I think that Sydney Tucker's not being aggressive on the ground, but she's just going for easy steals and getting easy layups off of them.
If I'm Pendleton right now, I would attack Sydney Tucker on offense. She has 4 fouls, and she is really leading this team of Frankton right now. I would also attack Destiny Knight, as Destiny Knight has 3 fouls.
Again, right now is the time. There are no wasted possessions for the Arabians, as they are now only down by 4 points.
The Arabians are in a small lineup without Aubrey Wiggins or Lincoln Connor.
Yeah, no Lincoln Connor and no Aubrey Dwiggins. Very small for the Arabians, as the biggest, the tallest player out there is Kaylin Graham, and she is known for her three-point shooting ability. Almost like a Carl Anthony Towns, almost. Good three-point shooting center. As now Destin Knight has the ball and swings over to Sydney Tucker at the top of the key, and there's a foul called on Leonie Wilson.
Not a very smart foul there on Leonie Wilson, as she puts the star player Sydney Tucker to the line, who is perfect from the line tonight.
Exactly, perfect from the line, shooting now. I believe that is 1-1 still, their last 1-1 free throw. And there's a timeout called for the Arabians. Again, make sure to tune back in here in a few minutes. Keep in mind, you're listening to the voice of the Arabians here at 91.7 WEEM.
WEEM is underwritten by Citizen State Bank, offering personal and business banking loans and investing. Citizen State Bank is located in Pendleton at 129 South Pendleton Avenue. Citizen State Bank has hours Monday through Saturday with a 24-hour drive-up ATM. CitizenStateBankIndiana.com.
WEEM is underwritten by Pendleton Family Optometry, offering eye care services with lenses, frames, contacts, vision correction, and more. Pendleton Family Optometry is located at 120 East State Street in Pendleton. Information unavailable at 765-778-7524.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lady Arabians basketball here at 91.7 WEEM, where the score is 56-60 in favor of the Frankton Eagles, as Sydney Tucker makes the first of her 2 free throws, putting the score down to 61-56 with 1 minute and 9 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter of play. Again, no wasted possessions right now for the Arabians, down by 5 points with 1 minute and 9 to go. Make that 6 points now as Sydney Tucker makes the second free throw.
Sydney Tucker now with 20 points. Doing very well tonight.
Also over Kylie Davis. Kylie Davis shoots a 3. It is cash. Good quick bucket by Kylie Davis in transition. That was almost a 7-second possession right there in Mike D'Antoni play. 7 seconds.
That was a huge 3 by Kylie Davis right now. She's been quiet from the three-point line tonight. Now Kylie Davis has a good 8 points.
Score right now 59-62 with exactly 1 minute to go here in the game. Again, please, I'm going to take that back. So, Ian, tell me right now, what is your favorite part of broadcasting right now? So
I don't know, just the action. It's just crazy back and forth.
You know, that's what my favorite part of the game actually is probably the fact that I always play the NBA 2K game, and I'm like, wait, I can actually be like one of these announcers guys right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually pretty cool. But again, right now, Trent, what would you do right now if you were the Arabians?
Right now, I would still stay up, but they need to watch their hands. Get a big key that all coaches say is get steals off of the ball. Do not reach in for fouls. And the Lady Arabians need to not foul Sydney Tucker. She is hot from the free throw line tonight. If I were the Arabians, I would still be aggressive. They don't need to look for a three right now. They need to keep being aggressive and get to the foul line to stop this clock. They're only down by 3 points.
I'm wondering if the Arabians will be bringing in Aubrey Dwiggins or Lincoln Connor to guard Destiny Knight, but it looks like they have not.
You're not Arabians down by just 3. You can take your time if you're the Arabians and try and get back with only 2 possessions. And Leonie Wilson called for a blocking foul. In transition, there will be 2 free throws for Sydney Tucker. That was not quite sure about that call there.
That's her 5th foul.
She's now fouled out. That's what I'm talking about. They put Sydney Tucker on the line. That is a huge momentum changer right now.
Think that was definitely very questionable. There was very little conduct on that play right there.
That was a questionable call by the ref, but Leonie Wilson still needs to back off a few feet.
That is true.
But at least it only took off a second of the clock, giving the Arabians plenty of time to score.
Exactly. Yes, Sydney Tucker just makes the first free throw. They are now up by 4 points. The Frankton Eagles are with 59 seconds left to go. Exactly. Second free throw is up and it is good. She is hurt in the line. I believe she is 8 for 8. As now Allie Hall bringing the ball up. She's met by Sierra Southern.
If I'm Pendleton, I'm getting to Lauren Landis. She's been a little quiet, but that senior leader is going to dig in and can take this team to victory.
Kaylin Graham now has the ball and swings over to Lauren Landis, left wing. Dribbles in, swings out to Kylie Davis. Kylie Davis swings over to Kaylin Graham. Kaylin Graham for 3. It is in and out. That looks to almost be in. Steal by Kylie Davis on the inbound in. Ooh, there's an over and back call for the Arabians.
On that possession, they did not attack Sydney Tucker, which they should have, because that would have taken out a good free throw threat.
That is true. There, Ian, as there's a. I take that back. There seemed to be a travel, but they did not call anything. Just got out of possession there. You can probably hear the fans in the stands right behind us as the Arabians were forced to foul with only 24 seconds left to go.
But at least they did not foul Sydney Tucker, who has not missed from the line today.
Smart by fouling Addie Gardner, as she is 0 for 2 from the line today. A very good play by Lauren Landis, as they are down by 5 with 23 seconds left.
Exactly, as she makes the first free throw. That is now 6 points. It is a 2-possession game. This free throw right here is critical to make it a 3-possession game with 24 seconds to go. It's not buried yet, but it gives them a good cushion. As she actually misses the free throw, and Aubrey Dwiggins pulls in the rebound. Sends it over to Allie Hall. Allie Hall picks it off of the leg of number 10. That is Addie Gardner.
If I'm Pendleton, I'm trying to get Kaylin Graham a 3 right now or get to the foul line to stop this clock.
As would I, Trent, as Allie Hall now has the ball. 15 seconds to go. Bring the ball off the court. There's a behind back on our defender. Swings it over to Lauren Landis. Lauren Landis takes it in. Aubrey Dwiggins shoots a layup. It is no good. And again, several players were looking for a foul call on that play, but there was none. And now number 10 will be shooting. Number 10, Addie Gardner.
Addie Gardner's looking to put the icing on the cake tonight if you can't hear Frankton. They are up by 6 with 6 seconds. It's not looking good for the Arabians.
Off that missed layup, number 10, Addie Gardner will be shooting 2 free throws with 6 seconds left. Score 59-65. Frankton lead. Again, free throw is good, so it is now a 3-possession game with about 6.2 seconds left to go. And I believe that will likely do it here for the Arabians. Sadly, she makes the second free throw. Now Aubrey Dwiggins inbounds to Allie Hall.
I think this shows some identity that Leonie Wilson coming off the bench will be a good spark plug for the rest of the season.
As Allie Hall tried to shoot a 3 and airball to end of the game. Final score, Hilton Heights 59, Frankton Eagles 67. Again, make sure to come back for the Markville Lumber post-game show here at the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEN.
WEEM is underwritten by Citizens.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lady Arabians basketball here at 91.7 WEM. I'm David Staley alongside Ian Bailey and Trent Miller. Again, the Arabians just lost to the Frankton Eagles 67-59. Again, Trent, you have all the stats for the game. Can you just go ahead and give us a quick rundown of what happened?
Well, for the winning team tonight, the Frankton Eagles, as we know, Sydney Tucker committed to Evansville. She has 21 points tonight. And also her fellow senior, Destiny Knight, had 20 points tonight. They scored 41 of the 67 points. Sydney Tucker, she probably only played maybe 2/3 of the game at most, as she struggled with 4 fouls coming in the third quarter. And Destiny Knight controlled the game tonight, I think. I think she is the most key player, as she had 20 points and a great 14 rebounds, and she was all over the floor tonight. And for the Pendleton Heights Arabians, Lauren Landis, the senior leader, had 17 points. She was a little quiet in the fourth quarter, but she played an overall very good game, as she was also all over the court. I believe she had 3 or 4 steals tonight. And Kaylin Graham, the sharpshooter, hitting 2 threes tonight and a total of 15 points. Both teams only had 10 turnovers, which is a bright side for Coach Cook compared to the 18 turnovers last night. Pendleton seems to be getting better each game. They have just been so close at the end, but have lost the last 2 nights.
Again, right now, Coach Chad Cook coming over to do an interview right now. And as my fellow broadcaster Ian Bailey will pass his headset over to Coach Cook. Again, Coach Cook, glad to see you coming, and I do have a few questions for you. First of all, Leonie Wilson in foul trouble. How do you plan to limit that in future games to come?
Well, it's all about moving your feet on defense, and we got to where we were playing defense, reaching, and donating fouls there. We didn't have to do that, and we're just going to have to concentrate more on that. This inexperience and, not knowing that, you don't have to do that. You can move your feet, and they'll just give it to you. We're just going to have to keep working on it every day here, get better. And we got to get better. We made some strides today. We got practice next week. We'll get better every day, and we'll get ready for that game in the conference against Shelbyville next Friday.
Great mentality there, Coach. And also, what led to the decision of starting Lake and Connor over Aubrey Dwiggins in tonight's game?
Yeah, Lake has been doing some good things. We wanted to, see what she would do there to start the game, and really, saw some things that we thought we might be able to get some work out of her there to start the game. And definitely, it's something that nothing's set in stone here. We're all just competing every day, trying to earn our spots and earn our value, and wanted to reward her for some good things that she's done. But I think Aubrey did a good job coming off the bench, and she gave us a good spark there, so she didn't hang her head and be down in the dumps about it. So we're just gonna have to keep trying things. I'm not gonna fix it if it ain't broke, but right now we got some stuff to fix. So we'll just keep trying some different looks and try to find the right way to get the most out of these girls.
And great thought process there, Coach. And finally, what do you plan to take from tonight's loss against the Eagles into future games to come?
Well, I don't like losing ever, no matter what it is. But back-to-back losses here at home really hurts. A team that, is really young and inexperienced, starting off with some good wins. Starting to think that maybe you're growing faster than you really are. So we're in there checking our height, and, man, we're really growing. And then, you get some bumps and bruises with inexperience. And it's going to be a process here where we're trying to get better, for late, February, and, try to be playing our best basketball at that point. And we got a ways to go. So this group has got a lot of fight in them. I don't expect them to lay down. It just seemed like this weekend here we were a little out of sorts and not in our best basketball. And I expect to see more out of us coming next Friday.
Again, thank you very much for the interview, Coach. It was good talking to you.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you covering it.
All right, now, as we wrap up our broadcast, I would like to thank all of our donors and corporate underwriters, thank our board op, Emily Harless, and finally, my fellow broadcasters, Ian Bailey and Trent Miller. On the Markville Lumber postgame scoreboard, the Frankton Eagles defeated the Pendleton Heights Arabians 67-59. Again, I'm David Staley, and you have been listening to Arabian Basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEN.
Thank you for listening to this exclusive broadcast of the Arabian Sports Network. Online at 917weem.org and on 91.7 WEEM. This has been Lady Arabians Basketball.
Arabian Basketball is brought to you in